And welcome to the latest episode of The Altar. We've got me, we've got Ben, and we're gonna talk about there's a lot of stuff that happened this past week.
Exactly, man. I feel like the shit just waits for us to have a show, and then shit happens, and
So
then
it's
it's just
too
like, hey,
old. It's too old to
yeah,
talk about by the time we get to it. Everyone's like, we already
exactly.
been there. Well, we can start with like the Tucker Carlson stuff because that shit's
Oh,
funny
of
because it's
course.
like everything about it. It just like all like the theories of why. Uh,
Tucker Carlson and Don Lemon getting fired on the same day.
Yeah. Well, there was other firings too. But it was funny because like Don Lemon makes sense why he got fired because
hmm
he got demoted like 6 months ago or something like that, like from his prime time spot, and then he was making like comments like, "Oh, we all know women are past their prime in their 40s. Like this is scientific." But he was talking about it at a professional level, but
hmm
the it past their prime shit was about like childbearing, like after
Oops.
40, like whatever. But also, I think the science on that's kind of stupid. I think I don't know specifically. That's like I think you could still. I mean, if you're like treating your body like shit, yeah, like the likelihood because your body's breaking down and you're treating it like shit, you
I
probably
mean,
won't
I
get
guess it
kids.
depends. Like, there are plenty of cases, I guess, of like women in their 40s having kids. Like, it's doable. You might have more risk for issues, but you can do it.
Tonight's episode, Luke in the chat. Tonight's episode is on the wall. The wall, like
The
Ancapistan
wall,
wall, the border
the border wall.
Ancapistan. And then, but no, but so anyways, Don Lemon shit that makes sense because he's stupid.
hmm
Um, but he'd but Tucker Carlson was like that did make it. It makes sense, kinda,
It
but it
makes
doesn't seem
sense
so.
given that like Fox News just lost that lawsuit to Dominion, so they probably just want to like distance themselves from him, which like it's kind of a not a great move for them as a company because like he's very popular. Like I don't watch him, like I don't watch anything on cable news whatsoever, but like
Mm,
even I can attest, like I know like everybody fucking watches his shit.
yeah, I don't think, yeah. I'm trying to wonder if I think I watched a couple like clips from Tucker Carlson, but that was about it.
Like he's had some based comments, but he's also like not based, so he's
Well,
in that gray zone.
apparently he is kind of based if you were to refer to some
Hmm.
of his text messages that were revealed in the Dominion settlement because
Oh, really?
his private text like group chat messages with like other Fox News hosts and stuff, he was basically
Mhm.
talking about how uh the the Kraken lawyer Sidney Powell or whatever was a cunt.
Yeah.
Called her a cunt. He said that he fucking like he hates Donald Trump.
Hmm.
And there was some other stuff. I don't remember specifically, but it was like, yeah. And people were surprised by that he had different views privately. I'm like, how are you surprised by this? He's a fucking Fox News anchor. He's going to say whatever, especially for like, I don't know. He was making mad money, mad
He
fucking money
was,
for
but
episode.
to be fair though, man, like what do you expect from people who, as we said earlier, still watch cable news? Like it's a very specific demographic of people who are pretty much prone to believing whatever.
The other, this also to make a Trump connection here is that people like I say all the time, like Trump's just saying this to get like whatever he says is just like for Republican support, right? Most time, like he
Pretty
probably
much.
does. He's a New York Democrat, now Republican, whatever, just in name only, in my opinion,
hmm
and in yours, I'm sure, and anyone else who agrees
Yeah.
with us typically. But like there was one video that I'm amazed did not fucking go viral of Trump like talking about the vaccines. It was like behind, like they were somewhere and someone recorded a video where he was like, "Oh yeah, you got to talk about patriotism with these people because they're like backwoods hillbillies and shit or something along those lines." He went
Oh man.
off saying he's like, "Yeah, basically it's like patriotic to take the vaccine and a social distance and shit like that." So he's like, "That's why you got to frame it to these people." And I'm like, dude, if that was on fucking like prime time news to these
That would
people,
have done some damage.
but it wasn't like anywhere. Not even, like CNN didn't even fucking put it up. It was like some
Hmm.
obscure fucking whatever somewhere. And I'm like, this is like the only thing out there that could turn Trump Republicans against him, and no one is
Well,
blowing it up.
they'll probably have another chance come 2024. So who knows? Maybe it'll manifest.
Tucker was an activist for the moral majority movement before he entered infotainment. You know
What
what?
is the moral majority?
That was my question. Yo, Jamie, pull that up. You're Jamie then.
Jimmy, pull that up. All right, hang on.
You pull
Moral
that up.
majority.
There was also some other layoffs, like Nate Silver from
Oh, Nate Bosensteinium?
yes, that guy.
Nate Bronze?
Yeah, he got fired. He got fucking laid off too.
Well, it's because he's useless. Like,
Yeah, because Disney's ramping up layoffs so they can make shitty fucking live action movies.
fuck yeah, I can't wait.
Yeah, Moana.
Endless
Bro.
garbage forever. So the moral majority movement is an American, or was an American, political organization associated with the Christian right and Republican Party. It was founded in 1979 by Baptist minister Jerry Falwell Sr. and Associates and dissolved in the late 1980s.
Oh, interesting. Okay. No shade saying you guys should have fired someone from the podcast for the lulls. Actually, we did.
Hmm.
Are you seeing that no one's here? No one else is here?
Yeah. Do you notice anybody else here in this podcast right now, or is it kind of just like two people when there's only three or four?
The Patreon page that we have that doesn't exist. It
Yeah.
isn't making enough money, so we had to make cutbacks because me and Ben got to eat, and we don't care about anybody else. So
Exactly.
there's that.
Yeah.
So Yimmer was cut first, and then after I found out more people were getting fired, I'm like, yo, less racist Max, you gotta go. You're out of here. It's be funny when he pops in 20 minutes. And, like, that's when he's gonna find out he doesn't have a job anymore. By the way,
Exactly. Yeah. We're cold with it. We're not giving him any prior warning.
it'd be funny if he connects and I kick him out and he's like, what the fuck? I just don't even say anything to him.
Oh shit.
No, Lord Towers Yimmer is not gone. He's just busy. So
Yeah,
that's why he's not.
Yeah.
Because it was like I think 2 weeks ago Yimmer was supposed to be on, but like about like I think he was like family. He had to help out his family with something.
Mm-hmm.
But no, it's just he's a young kid on like Thursday night.
He works construction, like he's busy like driving piles into holes like all day and like erecting shafts and polishing balls. So it's very tiring work and like he needs his rest.
Oh, well, as soon as we talk about Yimmer, I think about like the gay shit, like that video I think I sent on Instagram. It's like, hey, Ben, if you were at a bar and there was 100 dildos on the wall, how many would you choke on? How many would you choke on?
I don't think I saw this video.
Well, if I asked you that question, if we were at a bar,
I-
there was 100.
None.
There was 100, none? Yeah, that's because you're a pro.
Oh fuck! God damn it! Ah! As soon as I said it, I was like, "Fuck!"
Oh, fuck. That's awesome. I love it.
I hate you so much.
It's just so much. You know what? You're like, Matt, you don't have to fire me. I quit. Fuck you.
No, oh god, I'll come terminate myself in person.
Oh, that's great. You know what? I never check to see who watches anything I sent until like later. But yeah, so it's good. So
The rocket exploding behind me symbolizes the podcast payroll as it is rapidly shrinking.
Yeah, but no, but the Tucker. So back on topic, Tucker Carlson with all the reasonings, like it was like Dominion. It was like the people were saying it was part of the Dominion settlement, which I'm like, no. Other people were like, it was because of how he like promoted like January 6th conspiracy theories, quote unquote, which was like he's been doing that. Like why now? Like
Yeah,
whatever
exactly.
conspiracy theory you think he put out that was too much. Like why would it be now? Doesn't make any sense. And then what was the other shit? Oh, then it was like that he was too religious, and like the Robert Murdoch guy was like didn't like that he was being like speaking religion stuff to his wife, and that's what got him canned. I don't fucking know. It could have been. I mean, old guy doesn't like this shit and just doesn't care about money apparently, because Tucker was bringing in, like, he was the second or first highest rated show on Fox.
He was up there. Like, he's a very big cow for Fox.
It was a tight race between him and the show The Five that the Fox News has. Like, the ratings are very similar, but I think he had basically the same amount of views with less telecasts, like a couple less telecasts in the first quarter of this year.
So I didn't actually see it, but did you happen to see the video he put out, like, in his normal 8 p.m. time slot from, like, his home office?
I did see the video this morning. My mom called me to tell me to watch it. She's like, "You got to go see. Like, this will be great." I'm like, she's like, I love to see where he's gonna go from here. And I'm like,
it was kind of based. Like, it had some points.
JC Robert Moloch.
Robert
Moloch. Sorry, I mispronounced it.
Moloch. Okay.
Moloch. Yeah, I mispronounced it.
Moloch.
Like, I'm
it's
tired.
Because you're Mexican. It's fine. You're tired. Why are you tired?
Oh no. Yeah, because I took too long of a nap today. That's my.
Do you like work and have kids? Like, what the fuck, man? Like,
and go to school.
And go to school. Wow.
Yeah, dude. I'm ready for this OpenGL shit. But yeah. So I don't know. I'm curious with Tucker if he's gonna, like, is he just gonna do it from his house, become independent? Is he going to?
Maybe.
Well, he's not gonna. I don't think he's gonna go with Truth Social, right? Is he?
I could see him going to like the Daily Wire or something like that.
Oh yeah, didn't the Blaze, because Glenn Beck offered him some position.
Maybe. I don't know about. I mean, no, the Blaze would be another one he could go to legitimately, like the Blaze, Daily Wire.
Chase saying Alter Podcast, maybe it could happen.
Yeah, maybe actually. Yeah, Tucker, if you want to come on the Alter Podcast, man, we'd love to have you. Like, absolutely.
We'll turn him into an anarchist, and my
yes, absolutely.
I'm like, it's the best form of government. So I'm gonna tell him.
We'll get him and Michael Malice on at the same time, and that'll be something.
I wouldn't have to talk. That'd be great. Just let him go.
Yeah.
So let him fucking go. And we'll just like pepper in things, right? Just get it going. Well, that's what I do. That's what I do in post. What were we gonna say? Seemed like you had.
I was just gonna say, Tucker and Michael. What do you guys feel about Grussy? Please explain in detail.
Oh, first, what's Grussy? And then Yimra comes out of nowhere. He's like, "Hey, I quit my job tonight just to explain this. Like,
just to come explain this to Michael."
Yimra, you didn't even know we were gonna talk about it. He's like, I had a tingle, like a spider sense. It was tingling. Like I projected myself into the future and saw what was to come. Locals? Yeah, I have locals. Probably not. I don't know. I would, dude, if I was fucking Tucker, I would just, because he's gotta have so much fucking money. Gotta have so much money. I would just fucking do independent from my house, whatever. Do like a little set me up a little Patreon or something, and just chill.
Yeah, honestly, like. That's all he needs to do. The internet's like, no more cable news is not the future. That shit is dated.
How fucking tight would be, like, he makes fucking mad money from people where he could just sit at home now from his popularity, and still, because he was talking about how he's like, yeah, I haven't been out to dinner on a weeknight with my wife in like 7 years since like but now that I'm retired, quote unquote. He made some joke on a golf course or something. He's like, yeah, I was able to do that. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, now you don't have to leave your house. You could do your show, similar fashion, and then fucking, go suck your wife's toes or whatever he's into,
Yeah, exactly, man. Like, he got so much more time to suck his wife's toes now. Like, that's the dream. Work from home, suck your wife's toes.
That's gonna be me, dude. Couple years.
Free birth, 8 children you don't tell the government about.
Yeah. God.
You're halfway there, man. You're halfway there.
I was joking my wife. My wife texted me yesterday because my son had a soccer game. He scored a goal, by the way. Which is, not hard to do because they're all a bunch of little kids, but I'm proud of them, But so
he finally got longer legs.
Yeah. Well, no, this is the son with long legs.
Oh, okay. Well, that explains it.
This is my oldest, who is tall. He got the tall gene from my wife's family, not mine.
Excellent. Did not get the short Mexican genes. Yeah. Good.
Not like the one with the short legs that can't run. But no. But apparently someone had like a puppy at the game, and my wife's like, "Oh my god, I'm buying this puppy." I'm like, "No, you're not. You're
No, you're
not doing
not.
that. And then she's like, why not? Because I'm like, we have 4 kids. We both work. I go to school, and a puppy is basically like a newborn kid. I'm like, I'd rather have a 5th child. She's like, you don't mean that. I'm like, try me, because I'm not.
Try me.
I'm not slipped yet. Slip it in. I'll break into the shop after hours. Okay, and plant evidence. I'm not fucking around here. Can you imagine? That was some old joke that I did with like we're all like a bunch of us were drinking one night, and my buddy's talking to his girlfriend, and he's like, like, baby, you gotta like you're kind of passing out. It's like when we get home, like we were gonna whatever. And there was the drunk and oversharing that they're gonna go fuck each other, and I'm like, maybe fine, just do it if she passes out. What do you mean? I'm like, yeah, you just break into the shop. Who gives a fuck? like you guys are together. And she was like, that's so fucked up. I'm like, would you care? And she's like, nah, not really. She's like, 'cause I'm sleeping. It's like, fuck it.
Exactly. Yeah. You got verbal consent. Just go do what you need to do.
It's not. It's she can't consent 'cause she's drunk. But he can. But he'd be in trouble regardless.
So he also can't consent. So they're raping each other, which cancels out. So it's like reverso uno.
What was that weird thing is like two drunk people, if they consent, like when the girl wasn't able to consent, but apparently the guy could in his drunken state, right? So he's criminally liable, which he's not because she was drunk, but he was also like in some weird fucking hot local grussy in your area. No, JC.
Oh,
fuck yeah. No. Actually, that's where Yimmer's coming over here with the grussy. We're gonna fucking go to Pound Town on it.
Oof.
So anyways, best of luck to Tucker. Hopefully he actually starts talking how he actually believes and goes from there. Because I think I would be interested to hear the more real viewpoints from him. But yeah, speaking of the network's someone dying, Jerry Springer dead.
Dead.
Was 79 years old, right?
F.
I like how didn't people like generally hate Jerry Springer for like basically putting rednecks on shows to have them fight each other?
I mean, kind of, yeah. And I remember once I watched a movie about like the Jerry Springer show, or like these people who were trying to get on it, and they bring that point up, and like Jerry literally made a good point because he was like, sometimes this is like the only chance these people have to like settle disputes or like get any sort of like attention to what's going on with their shit. And it's like they don't really have much else. Like, you want to take this away from them too?
Yeah.
And like the movie was like garbage, but like it was like, okay, whatever. Dr. Phil does the same shit, but
Because let's see, because what movie was that? That was God. Why can't I think of it? I don't care anymore. It was
what movie?
That movie with him where people were trying to get on it. I thought, or is it a documentary you're talking about?
No, it wasn't a documentary. It was like, oh god,
it was
Comedy
like
Central.
It was Ringmaster,
Ringmaster or something. But like, it was on Comedy Central a lot, and it had that blonde chick who like looks like Margot Robbie, but isn't Margot Robbie.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Jamie Presley, I think.
Yeah, that one. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like Ringmaster. I think it's Ringmaster or something like that. But yeah,
something like that. But yeah,
because I always thought it's like, yeah, granted. Like, well, there's the thing. Well, they signed a contract once, so I respect that. I don't really hate them for that because there's a contract. People can read, but what if they couldn't read? That's why we need to fund more public education,
so they can read even worse.
Yeah, read it worse. Yeah. No, I was like, oh, people are like all sad and shit. And I swear there was one friend of mine that posted on Facebook that like, oh my god, Jerry Springer's dead. I'm like, bitch, I could have swore years ago. I mean,
he died already.
People gross. Well, no, I could have swore. I thought he was already dead. I'm gonna be real. But no, she'd made something like some Jerry Springer shit was happening or whatever, and she was like I hate him. Like what he did with his show was just like garbage. Like it was demeaning to people. And then it's like fast forward a decade or whatever, and she's like, "Oh my god, I can't believe he's dead! Like it's so sad." I'm like, "Are you just like blowing any celebrity at this point for no reason?" Doesn't make any sense to me. But I'm like, "But she could have grown, she could have changed," but I don't think so. What is JC saying in this chat?
I
If
give a shit.
if she
I don't
doesn't
know.
wake up, it doesn't violate the NAP. They call it the NAP because you can't say no if you're sleeping.
Eh,
well, well, technically, when you're sleeping, you don't have agency, and if you don't have agency, the NAP doesn't apply to you. So,
this is true. Yeah, you're like an animal at that point. So like, it doesn't matter.
God. Hey Ben, why don't you talk about surrogates again?
Oh Jesus, no.
Oh fuck, that was so good. I like that. All right, and then yeah, so we can get into my bold claim that I made earlier a couple days ago for fun. So, everyone, you can disagree with me all you want. I don't care because it doesn't matter if I'm right or wrong. I have seen for a while now that every system is a form of government, including anarchy. Okay,
Mm.
so ANCOMs, ANCAPs, it's a form of government, just like a constitutional republic is a form of democracy. Right? I'm actually not really like dead set on this on this point, but it's funny because no one's been able to actually refute it yet.
It's like
In
that
the
one
post,
meme. Anarchy is the state. Fuck.
like I
Pack it
said,
in,
damn it.
boys.
Well, there was some like good points, but like, because what I should say, just because someone hasn't been able to refute it yet, doesn't prove my point. It's very important for me to say. I don't want to get mad. Like just because, like you're not right because no one's done it yet. I'm like, I know, I'm aware. There's a fallacy involved there. It's fine. But so I made a post that I was very proud of because it has the potential to piss off literally everybody except the left authoritarian. And the post is anarchists that think their system isn't a form of government are just like conservatives who think a constitutional republic isn't a form of democracy. And I got some good results so far. I wish I posted this
Spicy.
last week so I could add more. Um, what for the most part, it's just been there's been conservatives that have commented on this, and apparently they didn't comment about the constitutional republic democracy thing. So I'm just going to assume that they're agreeing with that point because they also agree that anarchy is a form of government, obviously, because that's usually what they argue. They argue anarchy is just another form of government, or they think it's. This is the thing that's funny to me is depending on what topic it is. I've noticed a lot of the like people on Tumblr against anarchy will fucking will either say that anarchy is stupid because it's like small scale, or that everyone's living in the woods. So it's like that's not a good system. I'm like, who are you talking to? Well, it's like, well, actually, let's fucking derail this into your fucking guy you were talking to yesterday.
Oh my god. Okay, so I don't remember exactly how this started. I think it was something along the lines of like how libertarians are totally okay with other people's wives and daughters and sisters or whatever like participating in sex work. But if it were their female family members or wives, they'd be like, absolutely not. And I, of course, made a comment something along the lines of, if you keep allowing your wife to cuck you by selling pictures of her pussy for the price of a 12-piece nugget, that's your problem, not mine, which started this whole stupid exchange. But it ended with him, like so many other conservatives who bring up stupid topics like this, yelling at like us and like me and Hominis, friend of the show, um, for like going off into a tangent about sex and OnlyFans and prostitution and why we're so obsessed with that. And to be really honest, man, like you brought it up.
Yeah.
Like you made the post. I responded to it. Like if you don't want responses talking about that subject, then maybe you shouldn't make a post about it. That's all. That's all I have to say about that.
Okay. And then JC's in the chat who's like, you can call government and the state synonymous, or you can say social order itself is government. Well, apparently, I didn't even know this because, like, no, with all good posts, when I come up with something, I don't really have a defense for it until people start arguing with me, right? And then I'm like, all right, I'll do some research. Because that's the best way to go about it. If you have a shit post
Or
that you're kind of feeling good, throw it out into the universe. And then when someone
just
starts
throw it out
arguing
there.
with you, come back. But the state and government, while they're used synonymously, right? They're actually different. Because the state, so like in terms of whatever, a state can be distinguished from a government. Like the state is the organization, while the government is a particular group of people. The administrative bureaucracy that controls the state apparatus at a given time, right? So like they're technically separate entities because like you could say like you're anti-state but pro-government. I'm just making shit up on the fly here on this point. Anti-state, pro-government, just to inflame fucking everybody. I can't even keep a straight face with that. But I think there's a difference here. Friend of the show, uh, what's his current URL? It was funny because I actually liked it. I liked when he remade Murray Rathbard.
Oh yeah, Murray Rathbard,
It was
aka Hominus.
it was yeah because when he remade, I was like I thought he was a Fed at the first second because he only had followed me at like the first instance, and I'm like this guy's like after me for something, and then I found out I'm like oh okay I know who it is. Um, and then John Otter's got. Did you read Adam Kokesh's book, where he was wrong about voluntarism? No, I have not. But if John
He was
Otter, if you could,
wrong about.
um, yeah, you want John Otter message me or put in the Discord that what book that is, and I'll check it out. No,
Kokesh.
basically, so I mean, like, so the viewpoint I've had on this is that it's kind of like it started when I was like reading people like really getting at like the ANCAPs and ANCOMs, right? Like the anarcho-capitalists for people to know, and the anarcho-communists arguing about no, your system's a government, ours isn't, and they're like arguing back and forth. And when you like look at it, like what is disconnect yourself from what governments do right now. What is a government supposed to be to you? You have to go
asking
back.
me?
Yeah, I'm asking you.
Oh, hold on. You're gonna have to re-ask this question. I'm too high for this.
Okay, good. So, because people like what I notice when I brought up like when I say it's a form of government, people automatically are thinking about the current. It's not it's not a typical form of government, right? But like everyone's connecting it to like the governments you see now and how they function with their states, all that. So you need to dial it back as like what is the most basic idea of a government? Like what are the basic level supposed to do? Incredibly basic to you. Do you think it doesn't have to be? It's not a right or wrong answer. I just want to know what your opinion is on it, even from the anarcho-capitalist point of view.
I really don't know because, like, I guess the first thing we need to establish is like, what is it? Excuse me. By doing something, is this like something it has like exclusive rights to do, or it's just like something? It's just, I guess, like the only thing it would really should do would be like facilitate communication between parties, and that could be individuals or groups that need to communicate for whatever reason in a manner that like is neutral and impartial
and
But,
try
like,
to
I don't know if
protect
that's-
rights, right? Like
I suppose yes, but like yeah, I would say yes.
now apply that. I probably could tack on a couple other things, but apply that to Ancapistan.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that kind of what Ancapistan is in theory?
I mean, yeah, kind
so-
of.
What I'm saying, like, so for the people that don't know, basically, because I know we have some like more like I don't know, libertarian conservative, like you know what, John Honor in the chat. Oh, the book is Freedom by Adam.
Oh,
Kokesh.
that one. Okay.
Like I don't know if John Honor is more libertarian, which he probably is if you listen to Frank's show, or like just regular conservative, stuff like that. But like so, anarcho-capitalism is taking the free market to like the maximum level. So like libertarians, they want the free market to do most of the things except for general welfare, military, And borders. I think it's basically the three things that the libertarians want governments to be in charge of. Anarchists want that all to be dealt with on a free market basis. Like the marketplace would basically there'd be a free market of laws being developed by different like insurance companies, essentially, also known as rights enforcement agencies or dispute
arbitration bureaus.
Yeah. So
Anything like that.
there'd be private court systems, basically like what you would see now, but like you got Geico, you got Allstate.
It'd be basically be like, imagine if the DMV was run by Chick-fil-A. That's basically what it would be.
That would be very great, actually.
That would be great, actually.
So
yeah.
I'd go back every month, at least. Okay. Sir,
especially if you can get a chicken sandwich and also get like stuff there, like is absolutely, yeah.
I like I just thought of the Ancapistani DMV where you walk in and like, you don't even need a driver's license, right? Like you don't have insurance, like you don't need it. So like, yeah, well, I just like your guys' attitude. Like how do you make me so happy? It makes me so happy. So yeah, so these insurance agencies don't own the land. You owned your property, and that's how like Ancapistan is more borders, not less, right? So like you got that going. What else also going with? So these agencies basically just have coverage of like overlapping coverage of areas to where the just super broad brush that if I have Allstate, like I pay Allstate to protect my rights and shit. Like if Ben comes and steals my fucking TV, I think is the classic example.
I totally would because I'm black, so you know.
Yeah, you are. You're pretty dark. Pretty dark. Just saying.
Thank you.
I should have fired you instead of Max. So I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, that would have been.
Well, no, I did it
more appropriate.
I didn't want to deal with HR, to be honest.
True. So, yeah, firing the black Jew, that's not a good
yeah.
move, man. Like.
Out of all the people you fired, the black Jew was the one you picked? What is wrong?
I didn't know he was black. You didn't know he was black?
JC brings up a good point that modern insurance companies are a legalized racket. So free market insurance companies would work way better, more competitive, more options, etc. Well, that's the thing is you're not in Ancapistan. You're not forced to pay these insurance companies either. Like you just live there, whatever. Which brings up the question is like, well, if you're not insured and you get murdered, then no one's going to look into your death. They're like, well, no,
exactly.
The insurance agencies of the area are going to look into it because they don't want their customer to be next. This is the most simple answer to that. So yeah, so I'm like, these insurance companies, agencies, whatever, they're acting as a government, or they're governing in a sense to where they'll do if Black Jew Ben comes and steals my TV, I'll hit up Allstate and be like, yo, my fucking TV got stolen. I had your guys' camera installed and I saw this guy here do whatever with it, and they find out it's Ben. I'm basically rephrasing David Friedman's.
And they send one of their armed collection bureau agents to forcibly repossess the TV from me, which maybe there's an ensuing gunfight, but since you have insurance under Allstate, you are not liable for any damages as a result of the gunfight. And you get your TV back.
Well, gunfight could happen if you instigate that, but typically...
I mean, listen, like if the repossessing agent comes to try to take what I've already taken, like, why wouldn't I do that?
Maybe you don't want to die.
Just hypothetically. Maybe I don't. Maybe I do. Maybe I shouldn't have taken the TV in the first place.
My life is pretty bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they would go over to Ben's house, and Ben would be like, "Hey, my insurance agency is Geico, so and I didn't steal the TV, so you go talk to them, right?" So Allstate and Geico behind the scenes talk, just like a car accident or something. Like they're gonna talk behind the scenes. We're gonna go about our shit. And they're gonna figure out, okay, well now we're gonna have to take, like, since you won't give the TV back, we'll go to the court, and they'll have like a decided like a judge that usually deals with the matters, and yada yada, deal with it in court and they'll have predetermined terms and shit. And that if if we're wrong, we'll pay for damages. But if we were right and Ben did take the TV, then he's got to, return the TV and pay damages on our end, blah, 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 blah.
And wherein I would vote to have the trial decided by combat.
Okay, fucking Lannister boy, what are you doing? Game of Thrones is so good.
We'll let the gods decide. That's
what the gods
it was.
Decide. Dude, trial by combat, I would lose, bro. You got like.
I mean, you never know.
I think I.
You never know.
I think I do. I'll see. You know what? I'm gonna come out there. We're gonna fight. How's that sound?
Okay. How about? Yeah, it doesn't have to be. I didn't say combat till death. I just said combat. Like, blood could be submission.
Oh, no.
Like,
I didn't think it was about death until you brought it up, dude. Do you want to murder me? Do you want to
no?
I'm just kidding.
Maybe I want to make you submit. That's about it.
Ooh.
So
we talk about how you're the champion of sucking cock. So yeah, that sounds great, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I like that segue, bro. I like that segue I just did from the back. We'll reconnect. Anyway, so JC's in the chat. He's saying some extra stuff. He's like, also most ANCAP theoretical arguments need to consider that people tend to have friends and family who would investigate their murder. Correct.
That is true. Yeah.
And they
like if you're kind of person, if you have no friends and family and you get murdered and nobody cares to look for you, that's kind of like your own fault. Like,
yeah, it's kind of on you. Maybe you should have been more likable.
Maybe you should have been built different, bro. Like, it couldn't be me, man. I'm built different.
Yeah, I mean, people love me, and I'm an asshole. You know what I mean?
You have 3 sons who would avenge you. It'd be an epic movie series.
Yeah, at least 2.
It'd be just like video games, man.
Just like. It's just like the worst superhero origin story there is.
Yep.
And then JC also said, without the welfare state, society would go back to being more community based for safety nets, extended families, cohesive communities, mutual aid, etc. Correct. Yeah, that would be like there's so many fucking options. Like you do not need a centralized government to do this. It's better to have some like a true free market, in my opinion. But we'll never know. And that
we'll never know.
Brings me to my next point. Any of you motherfuckers listening right now that love to argue, and I'm fucking
most of them.
Murray Rathbard. I'll keep saying that so people follow and be like, hey man, can you stop? I know, I'm cool with them. Got him in the Discord. We talk. We have friendly banter sometimes. But no, like they're arguing all the time. I'm like, I don't understand the point of arguing to this degree when no one is getting what they want anytime soon. I don't care if you're conservative, liberal, fucking like, well, truly what you want. You might get like one little thing here and there, right? Like Roe v. Wade based. Based.
A horse BTFO.
Yeah. They go to meme of that, like, trying to say goodbye to your abortions, whores. Like, all right, good for him. But yeah, it's like I don't understand the point of arguing when no one's gonna get the system they want. So why? Because technically, everyone is arguing hypotheticals. If you think about it,
of course.
So like, well, no, my system. Well, not really hypotheticals. You and me, we argue hypotheticals. Fucking conservatives to me and liberals. Well, actually, it's like I don't think you could rewrite the Constitution to not get the government we got today. But let's, for the sake of the argument, assume you could, right? You have to say that because everyone's saying that, hey, we can go back to let's see. Oh, yes. Oh, my wife's like, oh, can you put the baby back down? But I'm like, what? Well, I mean, I lost my train of thought because I checked my text from my wife. Yay for me. No, but like for the Constitution, like you can't say we need to go back to the Constitution because the Constitution is what got us here.
Exactly.
So there needs to be some reworking done. If you're held to that belief, that's what you got to do. But Ben, ramble about something for about a minute or two. I'll be right back.
Oh, that shouldn't be too difficult. So what I was actually going to say is I don't actually know how accurate this would be, but I'd say let's just fuck it. Let's go back to the Articles of Confederation. To which the counter argument would be, what? There's no framework for a strong federal government or a national body of defense. Or a way for the federal government to resolve disputes around between states, and then that would just be terrible, wouldn't it? It'd be awful to not have a federal government capable of doing those things. Anyway, let me bring my YouTube back up here. I apologize if it looks a little choppy. I guess the internet sucks tonight. So yeah. Max, it's possible maybe joining us at some point. He had to help Yimra bury some shit in the desert. They can't really talk about it. I probably shouldn't be mentioning it. Matt wouldn't want me talking about it either, but he's not here, so I can talk about it all I like. But they had to bury some shit in the desert. Not exactly sure what. Something about like barrels full of something, and I don't know. But hopefully he gets there safe. And
Who gets where safe?
oh, nothing. Just talking about Yimra and Max burying barrels in the desert, and that's why they're not here right now.
That's true. Max was supposed to be on. He's like, yeah, he'd probably.
He said he might be.
Oh, well.
He said he might be, but he had to work because he's apparently for once he actually has to work, which never happens. So
welfare queen.
Yeah, exactly. Jeez.
I like these. I bought for the audio listeners only. I bought myself some Walmart brand AirPods for $40, and they're fantastic. Love them so much. Because I can, while I'm doing my stuff, I got burnt. I mowed my lawn over the weekend, Friday, and I got shit burnt because I fucked. Well, no, I didn't cut it fast enough because I'm like busy as shit, and then it was like fucking I could catch Pokemon in the motherfucker.
Skill issue.
Damn it! I hate you, fuck you so much. I was waiting for that. I was waiting for a skill issue, bitch. I hate you. No, so it took me like twice as long to mow that fucking shit. But like before I started, like I needed to charge my regular headphones. My wife's just like, get some fucking earbuds. I'm like, all right. So I got these cheap fucking cheap whatevers, but they're dope because I can mow the lawn and talk on the phone, and no one can hear the fucking lawnmower. And if I pull the earbud out and I'm listening to music, it'll fucking stop. It'll stop the music, and when I put the earbud back in, it restarts like the music. It's fucking fantastic.
And in $6 months, you're gonna like be a registered Democrat, and you're riding with Biden. So
yeah, maybe
it beams signals into your brains. See, look at that. You're already becoming a Yimmer light.
Yeah, Yimmer light. What's funny is that it's gonna be Kamala Harris, because I don't think Biden's like, I keep saying it, like, he can't keep getting away with this, waking up every morning.
He's gonna like whether or not he wins or loses, like a day after the election, he's just gonna die. Like
he gets elected and immediately steps down.
Yeah,
fantastic. But yeah, what was I gonna say? What Biden's thing is, like, I was hopeful of this, is that someone made the joke that in the beginning of his presidency is that he's like so fucking far gone that each day that he's in office, the probability of him saying the N-word on public TV comes more of a reality, right?
I remember that. Yep.
So I'm like, dude, how fucking fantastic would that be if he's in a debate and shit, and he just drops a fucking N-bomb. We'll do in a bit. Sorry, what's next one?
He would try to do. I think he tried to do the soft A, but he would definitely.
Yeah, you think it was? No, I don't think he would do the soft A. I think he would do the hard.
You think
R.
he dropped the hard R? You think so?
Because his mind would teleport back to whatever. Like, no, fucking back in the day, back when he's talking with his buddies. Because he'll think he's in a room with friends. Because everyone's clapping for him. It's like, yeah, these are my boys, right? These are my boys and shit. The women, I'm going to sniff later, but yeah, that's great. And it just drops the fucking drops an N bomb. God, that'd be so good. But yeah, so that's what's going on over here. And then I don't think I had too much more on the anarchy is government thing. But well, two things. I had two comments on this post where I called anarchy a form of government, and people, conservatives, I'm assuming, said like that it's like yeah, this is not a government thing. Like it's a government. I'm like, I literally just fucking said it was a government. Why are you calling it not a government? It is because they're trying to mock like ANCAPs or whatever in general, maybe. I don't know, but I'm like, I literally, the post is about me saying it's a government.
Straw man.
Yeah, straw man as fuck, baby. Oh, actually, I wanted to talk about, 'cause some guy brought up the East Indian company, right? He's like this is perfect, like ANCAP like, so he's like, we've already seen what happens when not a government gets to basically do whatever with land it controls. I'm like, okay, well, one, you're already off to a bad start because the land it controls, like what land? They don't own the land mass, and like the multiple agencies don't own the land mass. Then he goes, look, then he continues, it was called the East India Company, and it was just as bad in India as the British government was in the colonies. I'm like, okay. And I looked up the East India Company, and apparently they were shit at some point, and they got like multiple bailouts from a government. I quickly read this. Basically, that doesn't happen in Afghanistan. If you're shit, you go under. In theory. I always
it's
have to
a monopoly established by the British Crown. It's like saying it's like saying Northrop Grumman is a free market company. Like, it's not.
Yeah, it is not. Hey, man, the Federal Reserve's a free market company.
Yeah, man.
All this stuff, shit. I was like the people. It's like, this is a problem with the free market, and like disregard like the thousands of regulations imposed on said thing. Like, really? Or like, dude, we gotta really do another episode, like do some more episodes on like IP and how it's fake and gay. Just say IP is fake and gay for an hour, you know?
We should. Yeah, IP is fake and gay. Like, that'd fill an entire episode. IP is fake and gay.
Intellectual property is gay as fuck.
Just like steal a shitload of copyrights and just like play a bunch of music we can't actually play. Be perfect.
Hell yeah. Oh, and then here's another comment. I'm not gonna read this whole thing, but basically, from this post, the guy essentially, he read what I wrote but didn't comprehend what I wrote.
So then he needs to read it again.
Yeah, because he ended with like, he's like, oh yeah, like the rights enforcement agencies will fight each other and rise up, and he's like, oops, now you have a government again. I'm like, did you miss the part again? Did you miss the part where I said it's a form of government already? So it wouldn't have a government again, it would have a worse government again. Motherfucker. Like, fucking read. Like, I'm convinced that all of the people, all these like Tumblr conservatives specifically, do not know how to read, do not know how to comprehend, and just like to write things. I think it's the porn. I think the porn.
It's the porn and the cable news. It's the combination of both combines in their brains, and it just destroys it. Like, it destroys all the wrinkles in the brain.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever you try to share a thought with them, it just doesn't work. They have the smoothest brains there are. The thoughts just slide right off.
I agree with that. I think that's the most accurate take. But I responded to that just because of the whole like government again thing with the good Robert Higgs quote. No doubt, anarchy, once established, might not last forever. But if your house is on fire, the sensible course of action is to put out the fire, even though this extinguishment provides no guarantee that the house will never catch fire again. So when we talk about anarchy, we're not saying it'll never evolve into a shitty fucking government that we have now. We're just
But we
saying
can put out the fire.
yes. Oh yeah, JC's got another good point that people tend to not take into account how expensive war is, especially without the benefit of constant funds via taxation. There's things
Or
like
looting and pillaging.
yeah, yeah. So like all these insurance agencies are not in Afghanistan aren't going to go to war with each other because it's expensive, and especially if their customers don't like this idea of war, they're not going to get paid. Especially if they're killing like innocent, like the people that are like, what the fuck, what's going on? Killing people, so they would lose more money. They wouldn't be able to fund their shit. And yeah, it just to me, I feel like all these people. I think JC had said earlier, like every ideology has like overlapping beliefs, right? Like, but like yeah, it's like everyone wants people to be able to live good, happy lives, be able to take care of themselves, all that shit. But everyone has the shittiest possible ways of going about it, right? Like, yeah, but yeah, like everyone should be able to, be healthy and stuff. So that's why we need to have the government tax everybody at like 70% of their income so we can have universal basic health care. How about you suck my left nut, lick the sack skin between, and then my right nut, motherfucker.
And get that tongue just right up there. Just right up there.
Get up in the taint. Right up in the taint.
Gotta get it.
Look at that long tongue.
The Gene Simmons.
I don't know about that. I feel I literally just felt that, and I wasn't good with it. I was like very against it.
You're welcome for that.
I now know how it is when I say things that people don't like. I know what the feeling is. Not from you. Thank you for that, Ben. It was a magical experience.
You are welcome. You're welcome. Just imagine getting your ass eaten by Gene Simmons. Yeah. You go to sleep with that. You tell your wife about that one later. I want to hear your wife's reaction about that one.
Live reaction. Get the fuck out of my house. It's our house, not anymore.
Gene Simmons sucked my dick from the back.
Goddamn. So we got like 7 minutes, 7 minutes left, and we're gonna take this to some other direction.
Yes, we are.
That direction, I have no idea, because I keep thinking about Gene Simmons licking my asshole. Oh, God, what is wrong with you, Ben? How high are you right now? That's my question.
Pretty up there, man.
This is what happens when you start the show an hour later. It gives Ben extra time to smoke.
I mean, I was off today, so like I have had all day to do this. Like I don't generally during the day because like I got shit to do. But like once I'm done, it's like 3 o'clock. I'm done for the day. Let's fucking go. Where's the vape pen? Like,
Let's get up. Well, actually, we could end it. Do the ending couple minutes on that because the weed pen stuff. I'm very unfamiliar with. Like I had that one weed pen that we smoked. But like, give me is the weed pen better? Is straight up?
It's a little different. Like I dabble in both, like the actual herb and like the pens, and like the herb's good, but
depends.
Depends. They just feel different. Like I don't know how to really describe it other than like a smoking actual herb is more of like an actual mellow, and like I don't know, the vape pen's more of like I don't know, it's just a different kind of mellow. I can't put this into words, man. Like,
yeah,
it's you just have to try both and just see for yourself.
Well, I've tried both. I got the sativa vape pen. I think it was sativa. I think we talked about this before, but that one I did. I think for me, my experience, I feel like if you are not a typical like common weed smoker, like it's like once in a while, your first time, you should do a vape pen. You should do like a sativa, and just so because you could just hit it and wait, just hit it once, wait, and chill. But like if your tolerance is super low or non-existent, and you go to fucking smoke the actual grain, you might fucking overdo it and be like on your ass for whatever. Because that's
very true. Very
that's
true.
happened to me so many times. Oh,
I will say the vape pen also makes it easier to smoke and drive, as it were. But of course, I don't do that unless it's in Minecraft.
Freebasing THC. Apparently,
Hell yeah.
I'm having some issues with it not. I'm getting a YouTube error for some reason. I don't know why.
What the fuck? I mean, we're still rolling. At least it looks like it.
Yeah, but the stream stats went poor, but that's fine.
Oh, whatever.
But yeah, we can end it now because I gotta go handle some kids stuff and look at some school stuff. So, all right, everybody, thank you for coming out and listening to us ramble tonight. And Ben, have a good one. And what's the sign off? What's the sign off again?
I believe taxation is theft.
Yeah, it is theft.